Welcome into the Diva's Dish for your latest news from the water cooler. In with me, my radio big brother, Action Jackson. You hear him on the weekends here, and also when I actually get sent out of town because they say, go away, we don't want to see you.
You started to do that a lot more often. I'm kind of liking that. I mean, not that you're not here.
I like it too because I get to do the magic road trips, which are always fun, and you guys get to spend so much time with Action Jackson. So right now, we're going to get to pick your brain on some things going on around the water cooler. So we don't have a water cooler. We actually have...
Yes, we do.
We have that out there. I'm not sure when the last time that thing's been cleaned.
Now you tell me.
I'm kidding.
You might
actually,
be filling in for me one weekend.
No, our water cooler is great, but most of the stuff at the time we're in the studio, so we can't discuss it with people in the hallway.
Right.
The salespeople, that's a different issue. You go into the kitchen, you will hear all kind of gossip. So we're going to talk about what's going on in the world. First and foremost, to remember Happy Days.
Yes.
Who was your favorite character on there?
Fonzie, of course.
Fonzie. Hey, everybody loves Fonzie. Who doesn't love Fonzie? I also had a little soft spot in my heart for Potsie.
Oh. Hey, he invented a new product.
Yes,
didn't
he did. Imagine that.
Inventor, Potsie.
Okay, Potsie admitted the other day on Megyn Kelly's show on NBC that he once almost lost his life from falling asleep behind the wheel. It's a real problem. I do it too because it's like you get chill in your car, you're comfortable, you doze off. Well, he has invented something that he actually got from a friend of his inside of his family. It's actually a distant relative. You guys maybe have heard of him, Dr. Heimlich. That invented the Heimlich maneuver. It's like his second or third cousin.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
not making that up. He told Anson Williams, who everyone still calls Potsie to this day.
Potsie.
I love him. Also he's a famous director. So, you're looking to cast somebody, you can use me too. That goes for you too, Ron Howard. Just saying. Anyway, Anson Williams came up with these alert drops, which is basically like biting into a lemon, and basically it sets off something in your taste buds, which sets off adrenaline in your system, which wakes you up and gives you that certain jolt that you need to get through your drive. Now, I wouldn't just be downing these if I was like on a 15-hour cross-country drive. I wouldn't be doing that. But like if you're...
They're like actual drops, like liquid drops?
They're like liquid drops, is exactly what they are. And it's just like biting into a lemon.
What's in it?
It's lemon juice. It's also some other special ingredients like purified water and all this other stuff. And I will put that across the screen and how you can find out about these, more about that. But I thought that was kind of interesting that he invented those.
Lemon drops.
So you know what? Not only has he been an actor that you grew up watching on TV on Happy Days for years and years and years, because he was on there long after most of the cast started leaving.
Yeah.
So he's a famous director, did quite a few films, quite a few TV shows. Yep. Now he's an inventor. So way to go, Anson. We appreciate you sharing that with the world.
Potsie the inventor.
Mr. Williams.
If you're nasty.
Have you ever learned anything from TV? I learned a lot from Happy Days, but I've also learned a lot from other TV shows.
Such as?
Basic things, how to be polite for people, how to do certain dances, how not to get in trouble with your parents, how to sneak out after dark, how to sneak back into the house. Those are some TV shows I wouldn't recommend to my children. But have you ever learned...
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Have you ever learned how to save a squirrel from TV?
I haven't, but someone else did. The TV show The Office was one of my favorites. I love the British TV show version of The Office and then also the American one. Well, someone saw a squirrel in need, and indeed, they stepped in to help. Because on The Office, they learned that you can save a life doing CPR to the beat of Staying Alive. Dun, 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 dun. Staying alive, staying alive.
Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. Don't tell me it worked.
Yeah, absolutely it worked. It worked on the squirrel.
Yes.
My kids are little.
Yes.
I have a horrible time in the morning getting my oldest son out of bed. Absolutely love him. I am not a morning person. He is not a morning person.
I was not a morning person either.
How about when your kids were little? Was it hard to get them out of bed?
No.
Very easy?
I wouldn't say easy, but it wasn't hard.
You had one boy, one girl, and they had their moments.
I have a son and a daughter. My son stayed with me during his later school years, and the older he got, the easier he got, to the point where he got in high school and he was waking himself up. So
Wow. Yeah, my youngest, he's 7. He will get himself up, get himself dressed, and get on about his day. My oldest, not so much. I have never gone to this extreme. I've thought of throwing a bucket of cold water on his head to get him up. But this mother in Phoenix...
That would be considered child abuse.
I know, and I would not do that. I'm saying that on camera. I've considered it, but I never have done it.
I'm a witness.
I would never do that because he doesn't know how to make his bed. I have to change it. So, yeah,
well,
that would be bad for me,
he's
too.
at that age when
He's
you have
at
to do that.
I have to do a lot. Anyway, so this mother in Phoenix decided, hey, it's the Lord's Day. It's Easter. I want my family to go to church together. So she asked herself,
This is not going to be
what
good, is
would
it?
Jesus do?
Oh, Lord.
Then she did the opposite.
Oh, my God.
This woman in Phoenix, she tasered her son. He would not get out of bed. She's like, you better get up. You better get up. We're going to church. It's Easter. Get up. Get up. It's the Lord's Day. And so he would not get up, so she took a taser and zapped his leg with it. He
Got
was
up.
coherent enough. No.
Oh.
Got up and called the cops. He was coherent enough not to get up when his mom first said get up before it got to that. Because as moms, we all get frustrated. We would never resort to anything like that. But this mother, I can imagine this wasn't a one-time thing when the son did not want to get up. I think it had just escalated.
Hit the maximum point, hit the boiling
you know,
point.
that escalated a little too fast. He's 16. The kid didn't want to get up, but he could reach for the iPhone.
She didn't literally think, what would Jesus do before she did it, did she? She didn't say, I wonder what would Jesus do, and then went and grabbed the taser?
No, I don't think she actually said that, but I
Okay.
thought that was a funny line. However, she is using in her defense, it is the Lord's Day, and he should be in the house of the Lord.
Let me guess. She's in jail.
She's in the house of the corrections. So yeah, she is getting arraigned. He did not get up to go to church, but he did get up
To call the police.
exactly. So he could reach that cell phone.
Kids
Maybe
call
he
the
could,
police on parents nowadays. I would never do that when I was growing up. Of course, I wasn't abused as a child either, but I can imagine getting to a point to call the police on your parents.
and the fact that this woman just happened to have a taser on her.
Well, I mean, I know people.
I mean,
who
I
have
joke
tasers.
about needing a cattle prod to get my kids in motion, but I would never do that.
Maybe you should stop joking like that. Maybe.
Maybe.
Thinking. Maybe.
Maybe sensitivity training's next on the next Divas Dish. Thanks for joining us. Hit us up on social media. Here are the tags right here, right here. You can follow Action Jackson here. You can follow me here. And tell us what you think and tell us what you want to cover next week. Of course, there's always some funny things going on, and I grab stuff from people's social media feeds. So maybe if you have something funny.
You still stuff off social media too?
I do too, yeah. By the way,
was the
thanks for
only one.
sharing that I posted the other day. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. That's what I do.
Join us online at magic989.com. You can also follow us on social media and hit us up and tell us what you want us to cover next time, because there are some funny things out there. And you know what, guys? You cannot make some of this stuff up.
No, you can't.
Potsie is an inventor.
Yes.
A squirrel has a new chance on life because of The Office.
And 2% of people think the world is flat.
Are you in that 2%?
No. I paid attention in school.
You remember your geology.
Yes.
It's geography. And last but not least, as frustrated as you get with your kids, and they will not get out of bed, they will not clean up after themselves, and do basic things like brush their teeth, put on their socks, and put on their clothes at a decent time, you can't taser them.
Please don't taser your children.
The more you know, the more you will know you should not taser your kids.
Peace.